Hey YouTube, it's Charles here, and today is my birthday, so I'm doing not one, but two action figure unboxings. They're both from AEW's Unmatched Series, number 9. We actually have an action figure and a chase to the series. So this first video, we're going to unbox and review the Series 9 Unmatched AEW Jaime Hayter action figure. And after that, we're going to do the chase of the series, an action figure that I thought I would never get my hands on because it's a 1 of 5,000. The Alex Reynolds Chase variant from this sign. This is the last member of the Dark Order I had to collect. I didn't think I would find him in my small town. I hadn't seen him online once. But I was doing a search, saw it on Walmart.com of all places, so I had to instantly purchase it. So these are my birthday action figures that I got from my bid 47. We're going to do two videos, Jaime Hayter and Alex Reynolds. So let's get this first one started here. The way I do reviews is I have a 3A system. That is appearance, articulation, and accessories. And so it's the way that I judge and grade these action figures. Let's get into it. We'll start by talking about the packaging. It is the standard AEW Jazzwares packaging here. We have a big window here with the picture, the name right here. And on the side, we have a smaller picture, AEW. On the other side, just the AEW logo. And on the back, we have a picture of Jaime Hayter holding the Women's Championship with Britt Baker, a little fake signature there. And then we have the other action figures from this series. We have John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta. I believe I have this Wheeler Yuta. Alex Reynolds is the Chase. Cesaro, a.k.a. Claudio. I always get the name mixed up since he switched companies. We have Jeff Hardy, and we have Bryan Danielson. I think I may actually have this Bryan Danielson as well. So let's get into it. Now, as far as figures go, this one is kind of bare bones when we're talking about accessories. But that's not always a bad thing. Alright, so here we go. Let's get propped up here. Stood up. There we go. He has good balance is the first thing I notice. And then let's talk about the appearance. It's a great face scan. It looks like her. The face coloring is a little monotone, more monotone than I remember ever seeing her. But we have the hairstyle she's using at the time. Now everybody knows her with this bright, big retro 70s red hairstyle. But this was before her injury. I think she dropped the title to Saraya not long after this, and then came back with her whole 70s aesthetic and red hair. But it's fairly accurate except for the monotone face there. The gear is perfect. It looks just like her gear with the high waist. The build is fairly accurate. I don't think I've seen this body mold in an AEW action figure before. She is a little bit bigger as far as musculature goes. And, you know, the big difference is we've had big muscular females before in this line, but they were usually taller. You're talking about somebody like Jade Cargill. But her stature, I think she's about 5'8" maybe. And with her musculature, they'd almost have to do a new mold. So we're going to be probably getting a lot of Jaime Hayter action figures to get the most out of that mold, which I will not complain about. Not too much to talk about here, so let's move on to articulation. And the articulation is pretty standard. We have a ball jointed head, side to side, back and forth. The around motion is a little bit hindered by the hair, but it goes forward, backward, and side to side relatively easily. Next, we go down to the shoulders on a ball joint. And then we have a cut between the shoulder and the bicep for horizontal movement. We have a double jointed pinned elbow. So we can really get the arm all the way up there. And the hands are removable. They go round and round, back and forth. And are exchangeable. And when we get to accessories, we're going to look at the other set of hands. The torso is on a swivel. Fairly good motion around out of this one. And then we have horizontal movement at the waist. Double jointed, or not double, sorry, ball jointed legs. We have a thigh cut for horizontal movement. Double jointed pinned knees, which are hindered slightly by the knee pads, but knee pads aren't too tight, so what you could do is you could simply slide them down a little bit and get a little bit more range of motion out of that joint. But the knee pad is going to hinder it a little bit. I almost wish they would build the knee pad into the mold, but it's a design choice. It's not too bad. The boots here, these are cool. They say Hayter on the back. Going down, we have a cut on the calf for horizontal movement. The feet go back and forth with a slight side-to-side motion. So if you are a collector of the AEW action figures, there's no big surprises here. So as far as accessories go, we'll start with the hands, the extra hands. These hands are more open hands here that come with the figure. And then the spare hands are both fists. So we'll get a good look at those. I actually prefer these. Let's see how easy they swap out. There we go. Fairly simple and quick process of getting the hands swapped out there. And then the last but not least accessory is the Women's Championship. Now I am excited for this one because the one I have is the very first championship. It came with my, what was her name? I cannot remember her name, but she was the first champion, Riho. So that was the first belt I got. Now I got another championship belt with, I think, maybe Britt Baker. But that was the old style with the round front plate, very small. This is the larger square-plated edition, more akin to what you see right now on AEW TV, which at this point is held by Chris Statlander. And so this is something novel to my collection, getting a current version of the Women's Championship. I still need to get a hold of a TBS Championship. So I will be looking to add that to my collection here soon. Not sure which action figure it would come with. And the belt actually goes on pretty well. That's one issue I've had with AEW action figures. It doesn't matter if it's the TNT title, the men's championship. They're so hard to snap in the back that this went on very simply. Overall, I think it's a great figure. For the price, I got it for $20. And it looks like her. It captures a moment of time with her first championship run. And, you know, it gives me an excuse to buy another figure when they come out with the updated action figure, because she has a whole different aesthetic. So I'm glad that they actually got this figure put out before the change. I'm trying to think of a grade I would give it. It moves great out of the box. It looks just like her. Um, they could have did more with the face. I would give it a B plus as far as grade goes. And yeah, so this is the first of two birthday action figure unboxings. Stay tuned. We're going to open up that Alex Reynolds Chase action figure. Until then, keep buying them action figures, and I'll see you next time. I'm out.